Good day. By the end of this video, you should be able to convert 20 of these functions using the reduction formula easily. First, you need to know in which quadrant it is. Then decide on the sign of that function. I'm just going to call it the sign of the name. We use the cast diagram. Decide what function you're going to use. I'm just going to call it the name. And put brackets around all. In this video, we're mainly going to use these with functions. And in the reduction, when you use these, you never change the name. Then on our next video, reduction trig 1.2, we will explain these brackets used with functions. We call it the co-functions. With these, the name will always change. For the purpose of this video, please think of this theta as an acute angle. And remember, this theta can be replaced by an alpha, a beta, or any small letter of the alphabet. Don't limit your brain. All our explanations will happen on the Cartesian plane. You know that this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. You should know the cast diagram, C-A-S-T, we'll give you a rhyme now. On the Cartesian plane, we start 0 degrees here, goes up to 90, 180, 270, 360. If you see a plus in front of a number or nothing in front of a number, that means you're going in this direction. And if you see a negative in front of something, we're going in this direction. And this positive movement and negative movement is the main problem in understanding this reduction. The four main combinations that we will reduce is theta itself, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and 360 minus theta. But I don't want you to learn this, and don't limit your brain. Theta is just an acute angle in this quadrant. 180 minus theta will be in this quadrant. 180 plus theta will be in this quadrant. And 360 minus theta will be in this quadrant. But we will do many more now. Here is a summary of some of the functions we're going to reduce. But we can already here see 11 functions that we have to reduce. Some people like to write this down and summarize it and learn it. I don't. What we do is we understand what we're going to do. We're going to do this in this video with you. And then you can work all this out without summarizing anything. There's 4 rules we're going to give you. We gave it to you in the beginning already. And it'll help you right through these sections. But what you must know is your cast diagram. So here we have the y-axis, the x-axis. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. All students take coffee. The rhyme helps us remember the cast diagram. It means all our functions are positive here. Sine and cosec is positive here. Tan and cot is positive here. And in the fourth quadrant, cos and sec is positive. On the combinations of 180 and theta, and the combinations of 360 and theta, the names won't change. And the combinations of 90 and theta and 270 and theta, which I didn't write here, the names will change. I told you in the beginning, you first have to find out in which quadrant you are. So we're going to practice that now. If you see a plus theta or just a theta, it means you started at 0 and went up, let's call it acutely. So you are here. 90 minus theta, you'll go from 0 to 90 and backwards acutely. You are here. Forget that word acutely, it doesn't exist. Then minus theta plus 90, you will go from 0 minus acutely and then 90 degrees back positively. So you're also here. So all 4 of these pushes us into the first quadrant. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. The 90s, the names will change. On the main theta and the 180s and the 360s, the name won't change. For the next few minutes, we're just going to find out in which quadrants we are. This bracket is minus theta. It's from 0, negative direction, acutely. So we're in this quadrant. 360 minus theta, you'll start here. Plus 360, go right around. And then negatively, acutely. Then theta minus 90 degrees, you start here. You go up to theta. and then go 90 degrees backwards. The next one, 270 plus theta, you'll start here, go around to 270, this is actually quite difficult, and then plus acutely. So all four of these will bring me to this quadrant. Next we're going to do these brackets, 180 plus theta, you start here, go to 180 positively, plus, we are on at this line. 270 minus theta, I start here, go all the way around positively 270 and backwards theta. Minus 180 plus theta, I'm starting here, going minus 180 plus theta. Theta plus 180, I'm starting here, go up to theta, and then plus 180 degrees, straight line straight through. Theta minus 180, I start here, go to theta, then go minus 180 up to here. They all fall in the third quadrant. The following brackets will fall in the second quadrant. The first one is minus theta, you start here, minus theta plus 180. The next one is minus theta, from there you go minus theta and then minus 180. The next one plus 180 minus theta. The next one plus 90 plus theta. And the last one here, minus 180 minus theta. And important, try to see that if you add or subtract a 360 with a theta or a minus theta, you stay where you are. Here we have theta minus 360, so here is theta minus 360. Then we have a theta plus 360, theta plus 360. 360 plus theta, you start here, 360 plus theta, and combinations of that. Also, minus 270 minus theta looks bad, so we start here, minus 270 minus theta. Now, a different looking one. If they give me a 720 degrees minus theta, we can start here, go 360, 720 minus theta. So what we do is we minus 360 from this number until it falls in one of the numbers that we are used to. Don't make a job of this. You can minus 360 from 720, then you get 360 minus theta, then you minus another 360, then you get all the way to minus theta, and then you know where you are. That's your choice. Be creative. And minus theta minus 360 will also fall in this quadrant. Another one like this, if they give me a 540 degrees minus theta, I start here, plus 360, plus another 180, minus theta. But what we usually do is we take the 540, we minus 360 and see what we get. Then it looks familiar and we know that this is in this quadrant. Please stop the video and work out this one for yourself. 900 degrees plus theta will be the same as 180 degrees plus theta, and we'll be in this quadrant with this bracket. Why? You take the 900 and minus 360, it's one revolution, you get 540. I'm not happy yet. Take the 540 minus 360 again, you get 180. Oh, that looks better. So I can make it 180 plus theta, and that is 180 plus theta. The last ugly one before you're going to practice, they gave me a bracket with a minus 540 plus theta. We take the minus 540 plus 360, we get minus 180. That looks more familiar, so we write minus 180 plus theta. So that is from here, minus 180 plus theta. You should be able to understand that the minus 540 is understandable. You stand here, minus 360, minus 540, plus theta. Please stop the video and get your head around this. So we don't want to learn all this, we just want to understand it, and now we're going to do some examples. Now the proof of the pudding lies in the eating. You must convert all these, it says up here, write as a function of theta. I always try and find out in which quadrant I am first, and then I write my answer. Remember our technique, we find in which quadrant is it, decide on the sign plus or minus, and then decide on the name. The names will stay the same in this video. I'm just going to do the first three with you. 180 minus theta is 180 minus theta. So we're in the second quadrant. And sine is positive from the cos diagram. So we write positive sine theta. tan 180 plus theta, we are standing here, plus 180 plus theta, we're in the tan quadrant, we're in quadrant 3, tan is positive tan theta there. Next one, tan theta minus 180, stand here, theta minus 180 forces us here, answer positive tan theta, because we are in the third quadrant. Please stop the video and work out the rest. I will open it in a few seconds. Please stop the video and check if you're happy with all these answers. Please stop the video and do these 10. Remember the heading says, write as a function of theta. Firstly, you decide in which quadrant is it. Then decide on the sign of that name in that quadrant. Then decide on the name you're going to use. In this video, the names are going to stay the same because we're not doing the 90s or the 270s. Firstly, check if these quadrants are right for these brackets. Then decide on your answers. Please stop the video and check them one by one. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked the video and subscribe to the channel. If you run into any of these reduction questions that you have trouble with, you can send a clear WhatsApp picture of your problem to this number and a clear WhatsApp picture of what you think the answer is. Then we will try and help you and send back an answer as soon as possible. Enjoy reduction with variables.